This is an urgent appeal from the Disasters Emergency Committee. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes to escape conflict in Ukraine, leaving jobs, belongings and loved ones behind. They need shelter, food and water. You can help. To donate online, search DEC or text radio to 70150 to give £10. Thank you.
Streaming 24/7, this is Brum Radio.
Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
I'm joined on the telephone by Emily Owens, who is coming to Birmingham Hippodrome as part of the UK tour of Les Misérables, which is here at Birmingham Hippodrome from the 9th to the 27th of August. And the tour then goes on tour around the UK until January of 2023. Good afternoon, Emily. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your afternoon to do this interview. Where in the world do we find you?
Well, right now I'm in Bristol. We're about to do our final couple of weeks here before coming to Birmingham.
How does it, because you're from Birmingham originally yourself.
Yes, born and bred.
How does it feel to be coming back to your home city?
I'm really excited. We didn't quite get there pre-COVID. We got cut short before we managed to get there. And that was it's always been the highlight of the tour, destinations for me. So I'm really glad that we got to reschedule it and go back this summer. It's also where I first saw the show. So wow. I'm really excited.
That's a bit of a full circle moment as well for you then.
Yeah, definitely. I first saw it when I was 3 years old. Wow. Sat on the sound desk at the Hippodrome.
Nice, that's brilliant.
Nudging my dad to keep him awake because he'd been playing the show the night before. So really excited to come.
And your father, you come from a very musical family. I saw that your father is a musical director and that your mother sang opera.
Yeah.
Do you, in other industries, people might not necessarily think about talent going through the generations, but obviously being musically talented, people consider it sometimes to be in the genes as well as having to work hard to show that talent. Do you think that musical talent does run through people's veins like that?
Yes and no. I mean, like with my family, me, my sister and my mum and dad, there was no escaping. We all play lots of instruments and sing and stuff. But then we've got so many people in the cast and within the industry that I've met that were they've got parents who are doctors and teachers and do so many other jobs, and they just really loved singing and so became theatrical and stuff. So I think there's always a love of the arts. I think that there's that, what's the word? That
like the passion
theme
for it.
Is there's always that within families. They'll always have family that will take them to theatre and stuff. Yeah. Whether they don't have musical parents. But I'm lucky that we just grew up like the little Von Trapps in Birmingham.
That's brilliant. And have you performed on the Hippodrome stage yourself? Do you remember ever having done that, or were you at other theatres around the city?
I haven't done the Hippodrome, I don't think. But I was a member of the Young Rep. So I did a lot of stuff with the Birmingham Rep and at the Old Rep as well. Wow. I performed at the Crescent. I did summer schools at the Alex. So I'll probably be able to tick them all off now. Once I get to the
that's brilliant. And the Rep itself, the main stage at the Rep is actually quite a big stage itself. Was it really fun to be part of that Rep family?
Oh, I loved it. It was the best. I think I was there from the age of 15 to 18. I ended up doing work experience with the Rep, and I volunteered to do their little kids Saturday school stuff before I went and did my drama in the afternoon.
That's brilliant.
So I like the Birmingham Rep is definitely one of the reasons that I'm still performing.
So I'm going to ask you a question that I haven't prepped you for, but I am going to throw you into this question. When you're going around other theatres around the UK, and you don't have to say a Birmingham one, I'm not going to pressure you to include one of the Birmingham ones. What's been your favourite theatre to visit so far, excluding the Birmingham ones?
Oh, I haven't been to Birmingham yet, so I'm going to exclude it. I loved Cardiff. Cardiff is fantastic. It's this beautiful new modern building. It wasn't too hot. Basically, all of the old ones are lovely to like perform in, and the auditorium is stunning, but they're always so hot.
Yes. Yeah,
they have no aircon backstage. So Cardiff is delightful because I have like a million layers.
Yeah.
And it has aircon.
That's brilliant. And it's a modern theatre, isn't it? It looks stunning from the outside. Yeah, it's a modern theatre, and it's got really cool like they've done I remember going with the choir that I used to sing at in Birmingham when I was a kid. We went on a tour to Cardiff, and we got taken on got taught about how they've made the walls soundproofed and like special, so they don't have to sing with a microphone in there and stuff. So yeah, Cardiff is definitely up there. And then Liverpool. My dad's from Liverpool, so I really love playing at the Empire as well. Fantastic. When I'm down at when I go to Cardiff and I go to that area down by the bay, the only thing that I want to do is look at Doctor Who and Torchwood stuff because I'm such a geek.
Plenty of that.
So when I'm in the Millennium Theatre there, all I want to do is see where they filmed for Doctor Who, because I know they used a lot of the spaces in that theatre for Doctor Who as well. So it's just really exciting and as you say, because it's a modern building, it's been designed for modern lifestyles quite a lot more, whereas the Alexandra is particularly a very hot theatre because it's like 120 years old. And
also we're such a big company. There's like 34 of us in the cast, and then we've got a big orchestra and lots of people working backstage. That often with these older theatres, they're beautiful, but we're really cramped because we can't, when they're not made for housing 70 of us.
Absolutely. And it is because it is a big production. For me, it always feels like it feels like a film on stage, and even just the way that they show their opening title on the stage and that gets projected onto the stage makes it feel like so much of a film to me. Do you think there's a moment where people who are coming to see it sit down and realise maybe 10 minutes in that there's no dialogue at all? Do you think they get to that moment?
Yeah, I think there's definitely, if you don't know anything about Les Mis, it might take you slightly surprising that we don't say anything. I do have one of the very few spoken lines in the show, so there are a couple, but no, it is completely sung through. But I think the beauty of the music and like it's timeless, and it will whisk everybody away with, even if you're not like a huge music nut. I think you'll find tunes and melodies that will be like little earworms, and you'll be going out humming the show.
The only time I've ever had that surprise of discovering that there was no spoken dialogue or very little was I went and saw Evita, and I was 10 minutes in and I was listening to music, and then I suddenly realised that no one had spoken at all, and I thought I should really have listened to these lyrics a little bit more, but I was fully prepared for it with Les Mis. But I know that some people do go to it and they do have that little bit of a shock watching it, where they suddenly realize, and it's a big long show as well. But a lot of shows could afford to maybe, I always say this as a reviewer, a lot of shows could always afford to maybe take 5 or 10 minutes out. But Les Mis is storytelling after storytelling after storytelling. So there isn't really anything you could take from it, I don't think.
I mean, it's a vastly long book, and there are so many characters and plot points that we don't even hint about. Like it is a mile a minute show. Yeah. We pack in a lot of plot.
That's brilliant. I'm really thrilled to be coming to see this production when it opens in Birmingham. Emily, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat to us about this today. It's been wonderful to hear from you.
Oh, my pleasure.
You can see Les Misérables at Birmingham Hippodrome from the 9th to the 27th of August. As I said before, it's on tour until the 14th of January 2023. That's the current tour that's listed. You can go to lesmis.com and find out more. Or if you want to buy a ticket for Birmingham Hippodrome, I think there might be a couple of tickets left. If you do want to buy a ticket for Birmingham Hippodrome, visit birminghamhippodrome.com.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.